Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys, or at least telling you guys, the 5 things I wish I knew before I bought my MACFOX X2. Now, my MACFOX X2 is modded out pretty well, but the power is still stock, the frame is stock, the suspension stock, but I'm going to really be thinking from when I had it stock, and I've had it for 1,500 miles already. So these are just like the kind of things I wish I knew before having it. And keep in mind, guys, this is a great budget bike. Okay, it has full suspension, front and rear, fully adjustable front and rear. It's pretty good. It's fully street legal. Cops cannot impound it. Yeah, it's a pretty good bike. Before I get into this video, I just want to let you all know I did add a horn. It's pretty loud, kind of, actually. Not too loud, I'm not gonna lie. It's alright though. I just kind of attached it right into there. I mean, it's a horn though. I'll take it. It's something I'm load on my bike. It even has like some other things. Hold on. We'll wait for the cars to pass. Alright, so watch this. Ready? So there's that one here too. And then I think that there's another one. Yep. And it just goes back to the regular horn. So I do think that that's pretty cool. But 2 buttons. Let's just right under here. Yeah, it's a pretty cool horn, I'm not gonna lie. Also, if you guys have a MACFOX X2, or probably worth the name MACFOX, and you guys want a full surround throttle, I'm not gonna lie, do not get it from any of these companies claiming to sell them. Now, they do sell them. Hold on, I'm gonna need a big U-turn here, so I'm gonna wait after this car. They do sell them, and they work pretty well. Like, I bought mine from Wax Mods, but I'm kind of regretting it now, because I was looking on Alibaba, because my friend told me that they actually sell really good parts for e-bikes. So I'm like, alright, let me look up there. I typed in MACFOX upgrades. First thing that came up is a surround throttle for literally 15 bucks. Now, I bought mine for about 45 bucks. I could have saved myself $30. So just look up MACFOX upgrades, and you should see a ton of surround throttles. Plug and play with it. And it's the exact same one. So I would recommend just doing that if you guys got a MACFOX and you guys are trying to get full twists. Don't go to any of these websites and wasting 45 bucks on them. Okay, just go ahead and buy it from Alibaba. 15 bucks. Pretty good use of your money. There is even one on there that was, I think, like 17 bucks, and it came with grips too for both sides that fit the throttle. Comes with the throttle, and there was like a little plastic piece that comes with it too. I think like their zip ties help put the grips on, but it was pretty cool. For 17 bucks, not bad. I paid 45 and I only got the throttle. So, it's alright. Not too bad. But like, yeah. I would recommend going on Alibaba and buying it. It was so much cheaper. I guarantee you that's where they're all getting it. Like, the places that I've got mine, I guarantee you that they bought it from there and then shipped it to like their warehouse or whatever. And then they just slapped on like their logo onto it and just called it as theirs and saying that they made it, but it's alright. Alrighty, now getting into the actual 5 things I wish I knew before I got this bike. Alright, so the first thing that I wish I knew before I bought the MACFOX X2 was, yes, there is full suspension, front and rear, but the rear suspension really is not that great, okay? This bike is not meant for off-roading. It's not good to go off-roading. I wanted a bike that I can ride in the street without getting pounded, and that I can go ride dirt. And it works, but it's not an off-roading suspension bike. It's not there when it comes to the off-roading capabilities. The rear suspension works, but it's not too good. I mean, suspension, I'll take it. It's better than a hardtail. It's a little bit better than a hardtail, but I'll take it. You know, a bike's a bike. Suspension, it's okay. But if you could definitely upgrade the suspension, which I think I have found some upgrades for suspension that I can put back there. That fit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were the same dimensions. It should be way better suspension. But the thing is that with this bike, instead of like a servo, like there's a thing here and it connects just like right here, where you only have one spring. This one has two, so I have to buy two of them, and that's double the money. They're like $100 each, so that's like $200 that I gotta spend just to upgrade my rear suspension. And it's like, that's a lot of money. I'm not trying to be spending all that on upgrade suspension, so I'm just gonna leave it stock for now, but it's okay. So just know that if you guys are looking to buy the MACFOX, the suspension is not that good. It's pretty mid. But like I said, suspension is suspension, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. It's way better than nothing. But it's not really that good. Not at all. Alright, the second thing about this bike that I wish I knew before I got it is probably gonna be the front headlight. There's a front headlight, it comes stock with it. It's very bulky. There are switches right here if you guys can see these for a high beam and low beam, but even on high beam, the front headlight is not that good. It's bulky, it's big, it doesn't look good on the bike, and it just definitely does not perform well on the bike. I don't really know what the right word to use for it is, but it is not a good headlight. I would highly recommend replacing it if you guys get it. If you guys do still get the MACFOX, replace the headlight. That's what I did. I got another headlight on there. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on the bike. It doesn't perform well. The high beam is not that good. Like, I'm pretty sure this thing's lowest mode is like the same, if not better, than the high beam on the stock headlight. So yeah, just make sure to keep that in mind. But yeah. Okay, now the third thing that I'm gonna be talking about, or the third thing that I wish I knew before I got the MACFOX, we're gonna be switching over to the tires. These tires are not that good. Now these tires, I want to be talking about the whole wheel set of this. Listen, ooh, nice little three-wheeler car. The tires are not knobbies, and they are not supermotos. They're like right in the middle, but leaning more towards supermotos. So you will be getting a ton of flat tires on this bike, so just be careful of that. I wish I knew that before I got it. Not only when I've been going off-roading have I been getting flat tires, like almost every time I go off-roading I get a flat tire, because the tubes aren't that good, there's no tread on the bike, and I think it was like my first week of having the bike, I didn't even go off-roading, I ran something over, and it was like a, like something from like one of these trees, what's it called, like a thorn thingy fell from the tree, and I ran it over on accident, and I didn't even realize I ran it over, and I got a flat tire, and I had to go get it replaced, because at that time, I didn't really know how to like replace a tire to myself. Now I do, and it's a lot easier, saving me a lot more money, but at that time I didn't know. But it's alright, just be careful. Literally like 3 weeks ago, I ran over a staple, not even a staple in the middle of the road. I ran it over and I got a flat tire on my back tire. My back tire sucks to replace, bro. It's so annoying. It's alright. I eventually got it replaced. I did it myself. But like a staple should not be going through my tire, especially if it's just on the ground. Like, it was just chilling on the ground. I didn't even see it, and I ran it over and it popped my back tire. I got a flat. And that was like the beginning of my ride too, which was so annoying. But just be careful with these tires. They are not meant for off-roading. So please be careful. You are going to be getting flat tires, okay? Number 4 of what I wish I knew before I bought this bike is you cannot unlock the speed at all, okay? Not at all. And this is a dead end. You cannot unlock the speed. So you are stuck only going 20 miles an hour. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't even go 20 miles an hour. Every time I've used GPS or I've seen like there's like these speed things on like those lampposts for like so you can see your speed up there. And my GPS, they always say 17 miles an hour when I'm full pinning it in the highest mode and everything, and my thing says 20. So I'm gonna be kind of putting that in here. The speedometer isn't very accurate either. It doesn't actually go 20 miles an hour. The bike's about 17 to 18 miles an hour. So you're actually a little bit slower than the 20, and you cannot unlock the bike. The bike speed cannot go faster than 20 miles an hour that it says on here. I've tried everything. At least, like, without having to buy something new, you cannot unlock it. You cannot put a Bluetooth dongle on here. You can open up the settings, like how you can on the X1, the X7, and the M16. Those models, you can unlock. The X2, you cannot unlock. But a pro with that, without being able to unlock it, is on the X1, X7, and M16. Their range sucks. They have 15 miles of range. This has like 40 miles of range I've gotten. So yes, you cannot unlock the speed. You only go 20 miles an hour, but you get a lot more range than all the other models from MACFOX, and that's okay. I'll take that. Now I wish I could go a little bit faster, but unfortunately you can't on this bike. But that's alright. Not the end of the world. Alright, now getting to the final thing that I wish I knew before I got this bike. The 5th thing I wish I knew before getting the MACFOX X2 is gonna be the hill climb. Yes, hill climb. Now it's very different from when you're off-roading and on-roading. It's very different with the hill climb. I've tested them both out, not in a video, but I've tested them both out because I have some steep hills over here, and there's some steep hills off-roading a little bit over there too. But I've done them both. I think it's safe for me to say hill climbing, it can climb hills pretty good. The hill climb is pretty good when you are on a paved road. I've gone very, very steep hills. I mean, like, very steep hills. I think it's definitely higher than what they claim. But then once you go off-roading, that is when they are bad. You cannot climb hills off-roading. It is so annoying. I have tried climbing so many hills off-roading, not even that steep, and my bike will cut out with all of its power, completely shut off pretty much, and I have to walk it. I'm like, come on. But it's alright, because if you are trying to climb hills on paved road, you will be going very high. You will get to climb pretty steep hills. One other thing that I would like to say with hill climbing on this e-bike is, yes, you are only limited to 20 miles an hour on this bike. But once you feel like, once you stow it, you're gonna feel that you definitely have more power on the bike, and it cuts out because there's a limiter, but it's built into the controller and stuff, so you have to buy a whole new powertrain. But with that power, and this is actually very smart by MACFOX, they intentionally made it so it saves the power for when you go up a steep hill. So when you go up a steep hill, you will be getting a lot more power. So what I mean by that is, if you're going up a steep hill, it's going, instead of only, hold on, this is hard to explain, but like, instead of only going like 20 miles an hour, you will be going about 25. So you do still go 25, but only when you're going uphill. Because MACFOX built it into the controller to where it will save the power for once you're going uphill, and then that is where it's going to use that extra little bit of power to get you up the hill, making a hill climb even higher, so you can actually climb hills. And I think it's pretty smart, I'm not gonna lie. That's a big W for MACFOX right there. Like, I don't think any other company or e-bike marketing businesses and e-bike sellers are doing that and putting that into their bike. Like, it's saving the power for when you go up a steep hill, then you'll get that extra 5 miles an hour, that extra power to boost you to keep on going on up the hill. And it's what I've noticed though is it gives you the most amount of power at the peak. So right after about, I would say about 30 seconds of going up a steep hill that you are struggling on, go, oh thank you. After going up a steep hill that you are starting to struggle after about 30 or 45 seconds of struggling on that steep hill, then that is where you will start getting the extra power. Is after about 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds of struggling up the steep hill, you'll feel that extra power. Now I would go up in the hills and demonstrate right now, but I kind of can't because, well, I have places to be, and I have to like leave soon, so I can't go up in the hills right now. But at some point soon, I'm gonna see if I can try and get up there. But it's alright if I can't. I think that's really smart from MACFOX. And yeah. Alright, I'm gonna be ending the video here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it for coming to this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Stay tuned because each Sunday at 8 a.m. I have brand new sick videos for y'all. So make sure to come back next week, and see y'all next week.